How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Corpse Factory. We now have a death request for Katomi Ida, the one that's been harassing Shinya, so that should be interesting. Let's carry on, shall we?
What's with that look? Got something up your ass?
Yeah, a murder request.
Come on, just follow me.
I grabbed Tomoe's wrist and guided her away from the labyrinth of desks and into the elevator waiting patiently for us. We emerge from the double doors into the lobby. The place is quiet and nearly empty. It offers significantly more privacy than the crowded 14th floor.
God, your fingers are bony. You're pinching me.
Sorry.
I let go of her wrist and she rubs it gingerly across her clothes.
Anyway, what's up?
I hesitate for a moment. Even though I ran through the scenario in my head during the train ride, I'm still anxious about playing it out now. But this situation involves Tomoe, either directly or indirectly. As my friend, she needs to know.
I think Corpse Girl is going to target Katomi Ida.
Huh? Did she get one of them photos?
Her reaction is fairly indifferent. I thought after being involved in Tsurumaki's death, this news would have more of an impact on her.
Well, no, I don't think so, but
How do you know then?
that's hard to explain. Just bear with me. Kotomi and Shinya had a falling out. Because of her, his career here is at an end. I'm sure he told you about it.
Yep.
That makes sense. Shinya would confide in his girlfriend about his career, but I don't know the extent of Tomoe's inside knowledge. I doubt she knows the true nature of their relationship, judging by how nonchalant her reaction has been so far.
So, if you can kind of guess what I'm getting at,
What?
I think maybe that Shinya requested her death.
Shinya? Nah, he don't have it in him. Besides, that bitch has it coming.
She does?
Yep. I'm surprised you found out about it, but I plugged her photo into Corpse Girl's website yesterday.
I'm stunned. I can hardly formulate a response to Tomoe's confession.
Absolute skank. She deserves to die.
But why? After you requested Akane Tsurumaki's death, why would you?
Look, it's not about Shinya's career, alright? I spoke with him. Real deep and meaningful like. He confided in me. But since we're friends, I suppose I can share it with you. Kotomi Ida has been sexually assaulting him.
Seriously?
I feign a surprised reaction. In reality, I'm just more taken aback that Shinya actually confessed to Tomoe.
It's been going on for months, he says. And now she's fucked his career up, so he'll have no choice but to leave the company. He leaves, and she gets off free without anyone finding out about what she's been doing to him. I hate her. I hate her so fucking much.
I try to digest Tomoe's words. I didn't know that Shinya has been putting up with the abuse for such a long time. So Katomi's motive for ending his career was purely out of self-interest. She was probably looking for a reason, any reason to discard him, and that slight incident with Aoi was just good enough for her to seize. If he quits the company, she won't get found out. It's a simple plan, but utterly devious.
We should tell someone what she's been doing. She can't get away with that.
She ain't gonna get away with it. Corpse Girl's coming for her, remember? I can't wait to hear the news about Kotomi winding up dead somewhere. I hope she gets her throat slit.
Yeah.
But hey, how'd you find out about it?
Tomoe cocks her head and gives me a concerned look. I brace myself as I watch the gears slowly turning inside her head, waiting for her to point the finger at me. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to reveal this information to Tomoe. I should just kept my mouth shut and fulfilled the request like always. Darn it, why does my curiosity always get the better of me? I'm going to cause my own demise at the rate I'm going. Yeah, you are.
Oh, I figured it out. Kotomi must have received a photo and told you about it, huh? Wow, that Corpse Girl sure works fast.
Tomoe's gleeful expression suddenly caves in as she gasps.
Wait a minute. Why would she even show you something like that? When I think about it, there was that time you got a photo but nothing happened to you. Then, the only way you could have really known about Kotomi is...
I flinch as Tomoe takes a purposeful step toward me.
You're a Corpse Girl, aren't you? You have to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
God, we are so fucking... We're really bad at this, man. Yeah, people say that criminals always get found out because they always fucking go around gloating about all the shit they got away with. This is exactly what we do. We're fucking dumb, man. I avert my gaze and look to the floor in silence.
God, are you for real? I can't believe it.
You took your sweet time figuring it out.
Don't give me that bullshit. You can't expect me to figure out something like that if you're gonna try so hard to hide it. What the fuck, girl? You get your rocks off by killing people?
No, not exactly. I don't kill people.
The hell you don't! Explain that bitch Tsurumaki.
She killed herself.
Yeah, she killed herself. That's the cover-up, right?
I'm serious. She killed herself. But Corpse Girl encouraged her to do it.
Tomboy blinks a few times, her face scrunching up and analyzing my blank expression.
You're telling the truth. Holy shit. I can't believe this. You're really Corpse Girl?
There's no going back now. After hiding my true identity for nearly a year, I managed to reveal it to 2 people in less than 24 hours. I just hope I haven't made a fatal mistake.
It's true. I'm Corpse Girl.
Wow, fuck me, right? All this time I've been thinking you're just some goth skank with weird hobbies. But you're actually pretty fucking cool. You're actually doing something with your life.
Huh? I thought you'd be angry with me.
Angry? Why would I be angry? God, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. I'm friends with fucking Corpse Girl. And people said I'd never amount to nothing. Though it took me long enough to figure it out. I ain't the sharpest light bulb in the shed.
I mean, that's true.
I can't argue with that.
Tomoe laughs and puts her arm around my shoulder. I shrink away a little, but her good cheer is somewhat infectious. I feel a flood of relief wash through my body.
So, like, I gotta know. How many people have you killed?
I said I don't kill people, remember?
Yeah, you know what I mean. How many have offed themselves because of you?
Not that many.
It's an embarrassingly small number.
Like 4?
That's so? Oh, that's a shame. Listen, you gotta fill me in on all the juicy deets later, Kay. For now, please focus on getting rid of that bitch Kotomi.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, slut. Shinya and I will owe you one for sure.
Tomboy swings around and looks toward the elevator. She turns back and gives me a thumbs up gesture.
This convo never happened. Got it?
That's my line. You can't tell anyone about me and Corpse Girl.
Please, who would I tell?
Shinya?
Well, the police, for starters.
Fuck 'em. I ain't a squealer. I'm on your side, Corpse Girl. Relax. Anyway, peace.
Tomoe ducks away and leaves me standing alone. I really hope I made the right decision here. I suppose I don't have a choice but to keep moving forward. My first order of business should be to take care of Kotomi Ida. If I can get her to kill herself, it'll prove to Tomoe that I'm not messing around, and it might cement our friendship even further. I'll just have to get through with the rest of the workday, then I can return home and focus on crafting Kotomi's corpse photo. That's when the real fun will begin. I reach into the drawer and clutch a cheap plastic burner phone between my fingers. Crafting the photo of Kotomi Ida is done. All I need to do now is send it. I thought about waiting until tomorrow, but I already put off making the photo for a day, so I'll make a move tonight. During editing, I timestamped the photo with tomorrow's date, 10:46 AM. It doesn't leave much time for if Kotomi receives the photo tonight, but I'm confident the plan will be effective. Kotomi will look at the photo tonight and she'll either freak out and end it all immediately, or after a sleepless night of anxiety, she'll pull the trigger, figuratively speaking, instead of going to the office in the morning. I cross my fingers and hope that by divine intervention someone else will take her life, but based on my recent failures, I don't think that's likely anymore. If anyone else were ever involved in the deaths of Corpse Girl's victims, I don't think they're still around. Why else have my last few attempts have failed? No, my best bet would be to urge Kotomi to simply kill herself. A convincing enough corpse photo might be enough to lure her to her death. When I turn on the burner phone, I'm happy to see the battery is still charged. I load up the phone number masking app, enter my trademark digits, and then shoot the photo into the network. If Kotomi's a screen addict like the rest of society, she'll be freaking out in about 10 seconds. Since this victim is going to have a quick turnaround time, I'll take the burner to the back shed tonight and store it, and I'll ditch it on the way to the office tomorrow. I'm not expecting a reply within such a narrow time frame, so there's no need to hold onto the phone for 24 hours like I normally do. Clutching the phone with one hand, I grab my keys from the kitchen bench with the other. I step toward the front door. The phone in my hand vibrates violently and I nearly drop it in terror.
What the?
I bring the screen swiftly to my face and read the alert. One new message. Without thinking, I unlock the phone and open the message. It's a reply from Kotomi Ida. You think this is funny? I know who you are. I'll report you to the police.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. She actually replied. For the first time since Corpse Girl started her grand work, I've actually received a reply from a victim. Even though I used the number mask, there's actually nothing stopping anyone from directly replying to the message. A reply message still gets sent through the network and back to the burner phone SIM card. The number mask is simply a stealth tactic, disabling the ability to view what the phone number actually is. It doesn't prevent replies. I discard the burner phone anyways, but it's an extra layer of security, not to mention a bit of a calling card. Judging by Kotomi's response, I assume we have a fighter on our hands. She's not going to give in easily. Her threat about reporting me to the police is a bluff. I'm confident that she couldn't possibly know my identity. I mean, if I was her, I would assume it's someone who, threatened me in my office yesterday. Just saying.
I've been waiting for this. I've waited so long for someone to reply.
I can finally put my contingency plan into practice. I've been holding out for this moment. I feel a wicked grin split my face in two and I mash my fingers against the screen as I compose a venomous reply. You like that photo? That's you in about 12 hours unless you follow my instructions. The message sends in an instant and I eagerly await the next reply. I'm not left waiting for long. Kotomi's response comes through within seconds. Her attitude has completely changed. Please, I'll do anything. What do you want?
I called your bluff, you piece of shit. Now you'll do what I tell you to.
I enter my instructions clearly and concisely. Pack 500,000 yen into a bag, put it in a coin locker at 6644 at Shinjuku Station. Retrieve the item already inside. Put the locker key inside a full soda bottle and leave it on top of the locker. After I send the message, I decide to add one last bit. Do it now, make sure no one sees you. Then go to platform 12, do not board a train. Await my instructions. Satisfied with this addendum, I hit send. If Kotomi truly fears for her well-being, she'll carry out the instructions. A response arrives shortly. Okay, I'll do it. I'm going there now.
Yes!
I've done it. I've convinced her. I'll collect the money once I'm sure she's no longer hanging around. 500,000 yen is nothing to sneeze at. It's not life-changing, but it'll cover my rent for a good few months. I chose this amount to simply test the waters. Asking for an insane amount would make it impossible for a victim to follow through. She's an executive. But I figure someone like Kotomi, an exec for a big company, would easily have access to that much dough. I'll go collect the money. And if everything goes well, Kotomi Ida will disappear before sunrise. I don't like this. Though the hour is late, quite a few commuters are still navigating through Shinjuku Station's wide platform and underground labyrinth. The train station beneath my feet is a sprawling metropolis that extends below the city. It's packed with restaurants, shops, and other outlets. But, as I'm standing on one of the countless train platforms above ground, that world might as well be a completely different dimension. The only problem is that I have to brave a maze as soon as I descend the platform stairs. I tend to get dizzy in such places. My normal morning route doesn't require me to travel through the underground plaza. I'm able to exit the station within minutes of my train arriving at the platform. Still, I'm somewhat familiar with the layout of the underground. I know exactly where coin locker 6644 is located. The coin lockers in train stations like these are a popular way for people to store luggage or personal belongings for a few hours at a time. In Shinjuku, it can often be difficult to find even a single available locker. The coin locker 6644 is special. I approach from the main passageway of the underground, and my eyes take in a familiar sight. Surely she's waiting around to see us break it open. Locker 6644 sits in the middle row, nestled between countless other lockers. Across its door is a thick coat of graffiti. Colourful curse words sprayed with thick paint adorn the locker. The graffiti is such an eyesore that it acts as a deterrent to anyone who might want to store their belongings. The icing on the cake is the condition of the coin-operated lock. The thing is busted and dented from physical abuse, like someone has tried to pry it with a crowbar on multiple occasions. However, I know from testing firsthand that the lock still works despite its battered appearance. No one in their right mind would use this locker, and that makes it a perfect spot to host my pickup. Glancing at the locker, I notice that the soda bottle sits on top of it, a soda bottle full of bubbly opaque liquid. I look around to make sure Kotomi Ida is nowhere in sight. I walk past the locker and complete a lap around the immediate area, scanning through thoroughly for her. But she isn't here. In fact, there are very few people in this little section of the station. Good. She followed my instructions perfectly. After leaving the key in the soda bottle, she left immediately. I approach the locker once more. I reach up above it and retrieve the soda bottle, then crack it open to hear the fizzy hiss. I bring the lip of the bottle to eye level and peer inside, trying to identify the shape of the key within the swirling ocean of carbonation. There it is. I try to fish inside with the narrow bottle opening with my fingers. Thin though they are, I can't squeeze more than one finger inside the bottle at a time. I could tip the bottle over and let the soda and the key spill onto the floor, but if someone sees me being a nuisance and causing a mess, I'll draw unwanted attention. I got no choice but to chug back some of the soda and try to catch the key in my mouth. As disgusting as the concept is, I need to steel myself. I raise the bottle to my lips, tilt my head back and pour the foul liquid into my open mouth. The saccharine tang of artificial flavouring assaults my taste buds and I immediately want to vomit. But I'm committed to seeing this through. I can throw up later. The most important thing is getting the key. It isn't until the bottle is half empty that the cold metal key drops into my mouth. It clangs against my teeth and I nearly choke in surprise. Sputtering and spitting, I feel droplets of soda running down my chin. My cheeks are puffed up like a squirrel as I try to retain the key and the soda in my mouth. I reach my fingers into pursed tight lips and recover the tiny key. I quickly swallow down the rest of the soda in my mouth, trying hard not to release a repugnant belch. I turn the key over in my hand and smile. My sticky teeth adhere to my lips, and it takes me a few seconds to lick them clean. Tossing the soda bottle into the nearby trash can, I wipe the key clean on my skirt and quickly insert it into the coin locker. I twist the key, turn the latch, and swing the locker door open. Inside the dark vault is a single bag, a simple paper pouch like you would get at a grocery store. I pull the paper bag out and look inside. Thick stacks of 10,000 yen bills fill the bag. I'm not foolish enough to stand here and count it out, but I'm confident the amount is at least pretty close to what I requested.
It worked! My plan worked!
This seems real risky. Why is she taking so many risks recently? I can hardly believe it. I devised this contingency plan months ago. I've waited so long to try it out. All I needed was someone to reply to their corpse photo. Somebody to try and reject their fate. I wanted to prove that people would bow to fear and do anything to save their own skin, and it seems that I was right.
Just one more thing to do.
I fold up the paper bag and clutch it tightly. With my free hand, I pull the burner phone out of my handbag. I compose a message to Kotomi Ida, who should be obediently waiting above ground on the train platform. When the next train arrives on the platform, stab the first person to disembark. You must kill them. If you escape, leave this prefecture and never return. It's done. When I first opened the coin locker and retrieved the paper bag, I immediately noticed the knife that I'd placed inside months ago was missing. Kotomi followed every word of my instructions. My message had read, pack 500,000 yen into a bag, put it in coin locker 6644 at Shinjuku Station, retrieve the item already inside. I've given Kotomi an opportunity. She can trade another life for her own. If she kills someone exiting the train, Corpsekill will spare her life. It's a simple exchange, and one that I bet she is willing to make. If she gets away with the murder, she'll flee from this place. I won't see her ever again, and neither will Shinya or Tomoe. To us, she'll be as good as dead. And as for Corpsekill, well, as long as a body is claimed in exchange, she'll be satisfied. After a few minutes of waiting for a reply to the message, I figured that she's not going to write back. She's probably getting ready to fulfill her task. Keen to witness how this unfolds, I take the nearest escalator up toward the train platform. We're gonna get caught so bad. Oh my god. Looks like she killed multiple people. The scene is absolute chaos. It wasn't difficult at all to navigate this area. All I had to do was follow the echoing screams. I spy the shadowed form of a body laying on the platform in front of me. I can't make out any details, but a shallow pool of blood reflects the harsh lights shining from up high. To my surprise and delight, a second body is sprawled across the ground nearby. It's a young woman's corpse with one arm raised against the side of a vending machine. Adrenaline surges through me at the violent scene. Kotomi Ida, she managed to take out 2 people. She might be my new favourite person in the entire world. I hear panicked voices in the background and I turn my head slowly. What the... 2 more bodies are on the ground. 2 men in expensive looking suits are collapsed in puddles of their own lifeblood. One of the men is still moving and groaning, pleading for someone to stem the tide of gore. A familiar, lustful, tingling sensation begins to stir and rise through my belly, my thighs, my pelvis. I feel my toes clench and my breathing grows heavier. There's one more surprise to be had here amidst this beautiful spectacle of carnage. A woman is slumped in one of the plastic chairs that lines the platform. Her head is tilted, her suit jacket stained with red. A thick knife with black grip protrudes from the side of her neck. A bubbling river of vital fluid cascades around the glimmering blade and pools within her shirt collar. Even with her face masked by blood, it doesn't take me more than a few seconds to recognize her identity. Kotomi Ida. Dead. Why would she kill all them and then kill herself as well? I swing around to take in my entire view of the platform, counting up the bodies in the path of slaughter. My mind pieces together a theoretical scenario. Kotomi waited as the train doors opened, knife drawn, the knife she retrieved from locker 6644. When the first person stepped out of the train, she stabbed him and left him for dead. The body that I first saw laying on the edge of the platform is perfectly aligned next to the train to fit this theory. In a panic, Kotomi would have attempted to flee. She bumped into her second victim, the young woman slumped against the vending machine, and cut her down desperately to make her escape. Judging by the wound on Kotomi's own body, I would assume the two businessmen lying face down tried to apprehend her. They must have sustained fatal wounds before finally managing to wrest the knife away and plunge it into Kotomi's neck. It's all just speculation, but I'm fairly confident that's how this whole event played out. It was probably over in less than 60 seconds. And it couldn't have worked out better for me. I never dared hope that Kotomi would meet her end once this plan had been set into motion. I would have been satisfied with her simply skipping town. I feel my legs weakening under my weight, and I'm afraid that I might buckle at any second. The waves of radiating heat spreading through my body are causing me to tremble and shake. There's so much blood, it's everywhere. I've seen it in countless photos, and I thought I'd become desensitized to it. But maybe I was wrong. Seeing blood in real life is completely different. I feel faint and pale and excited and aroused. I need to get out of here before the police arrive. More importantly, I need to get away before I collapse in a sweaty heap of lust and pleasure. I turn on my heel and sprint away. Sprint down the rising escalator as fast as my quivering legs will permit. Well then, that went well, I guess. Another morning fueled by coffee. Once again, I didn't manage to get much sleep last night. I want to say it's not my fault, but I know that's not entirely true. The grisly visage of all those slain people on the train platform was burned into my mind's eye. Every time I start to drift off to sleep, a splash of blood or a fleck of gore would appear on my thoughts and I would snap awake again. And the sight of Kotomi Ida with a knife sticking out of her neck made me shiver more than a few times. Nevertheless, I'm here now, at the office as usual. Witnessing violence on that level in person was a different experience than I'd expected it to be. However, it has helped steel my resolve. I'll need to desensitize myself to that kind of carnage if I'm to continue with Corpse Girl's ambition. I set down the second empty can of coffee on my desk and lean back in my chair. I catch a glimpse of Tomoe tapping away on a keyboard, completely oblivious to what went down last night. There was a news broadcast regarding the event, of course, but the finer details of what occurred have been kept under wraps. It'll probably take the police and the media a little more time to get the story straight. It's not often that a mass killing spree takes over the news. Whether or not the identities of those involved will be revealed is beyond me. For now, I'll assume that Tomoe is in the dark about the event. Now, I don't take her as the kind of girl to be up to date on current events. Even if she did hear about the stabbings, she couldn't possibly know that Kotomi was the culprit. I should probably fill her in later though. She'll want to know that Corpse Girl claimed her victim, even if it was kind of in a roundabout way. I stretch my arms above my head, let out a small sigh, and proceed to crack open a third can of coffee before getting back to work.
You got a minute?
Shit, yeah. I wanted to speak to you anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, you go first.
For sure. Well, I wanted to thank you for killing Kotomi Ida. I don't know how you did it, but thanks.
Huh? How did you know she died?
Oh, come on. She didn't come in today, right? And there was that brutal stabbing incident over at the station last night. It don't take a genius to put 3 and 3 together. That shit went down so close to here, where we spend so much of our time. Chances were good that it affects someone you know.
I shake my head at her logic. This city is home to more people than you could count. I don't know how she came to the conclusion, but the fact that she's actually correct just blows my mind.
Well, yeah. I guess that's it then.
I'm thankful. For serious. Yeah, Corpse Girl really did me and Shinya solid. If there's ever anything you need, like, no matter how dirty, then count me in. I owe ya.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Sure. So, like, what'd you want to say to me?
Oh, I was going to tell you that Kotomi is dead.
Beat you to it, skank! But I got a question or two. How'd you get someone to go on a killing spree and take Kotomi out along with the others? I mean, it wasn't you going around stabbing people, was it?
No, of course not.
Oh?
It kind of happened outside my control. I sent Kotomi a photo of her corpse, just like Corpse Girl's standard mode of operation. And I gave her the instructions to kill someone, if she didn't want the circumstances of the photo to come true.
Holy shit.
She kinda ran with it, I guess. Seems like she took out 4 people before someone fought back and stabbed her. I think I'm in love with her, to be honest.
You weird slut! That's horrible!
What can I say? She went above and beyond.
Still, thanks. Really. Shinya will be stoked.
That's okay. Just doing Corpse Girl's job. Where is Shinya, anyway?
Oh, he was in earlier. Went home a bit early because he wasn't feeling well. Think it was just because he was dreading running into Kotomi, but... Well, he'll sort himself out soon enough. You know, Noriko, you've changed a lot.
I have?
Totes. I mean, I know you act different around me now that we're friends, but it's more than that. You look, I don't know, kind of better? Healthy or something?
Oh. I didn't know about that.
Serious, though. I don't know. Maybe I just see it different now that I know who you really are.
Maybe.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going. You wanna grab a bite or something?
Not today, sorry. Maybe another time?
Sure thing. Right. See ya, skank!
Tomoe slaps my shoulder affectionately and takes off toward the train station. If I remember correctly, she did say that she'd be happy to help me out in the future, no matter how dirty the work is. I'll definitely have to take her up on that offer if the need arises. Another interesting thought crosses my mind. Tomoe seemed kind of surprised that I managed to manipulate Kotomi into going on a killing spree. To be honest, I'm also amazed I managed to pull that off. Which gets me thinking, would it be possible to manipulate more people in the future? After all, I came out of last night's ordeal with 500,000 yen in cash and a bunch of bodies claimed in Corpse Girl's name. It's a fascinating prospect. There might be something to this. If I can successfully pull the right strings, Corpse Girl's ultimate ambition might be fulfilled sooner than I thought. I continue to dwell on the unlimited possibilities as I make my way to the station. What is her ultimate ambition? To kill everybody in the entire world? I don't understand. Is it just fame? It's one of those. Standing on the train platform, and thankfully not the same one from last night, which has been temporarily closed, I stare into space, completely lost in thought. I start to wonder how Curator is getting on with finding us a suitable location. As I fantasize about having an abandoned warehouse or factory to call our own, my phone cries out desperately for attention. I retrieve it from my handbag and glance at the screen. Curator is requesting a noise voice chat. I absentmindedly wonder if he read my mind and knew I was thinking about him as I answer the call.
Hello.
Want to see the place?
No greeting, huh?
Sauce. Hi. Want to see the place?
Yes.
What if I'm busy right now?
Sauce. You busy?
No.
Right? Want to see the place?
Oh my fucking god. I roll my eyes and decide to just go along with it. After all, I'm dying to move ahead and see what kind of location he's secured for our work.
Yep. Where is it?
Mad. Shin Okubo. Behind K-Town. An abandoned factory. Just what you wanted.
Shin Okubo. That's suspiciously convenient.
Why?
I work in Shinjuku. It's just one station away on my train line.
Okay. I'm heading there now. You in?
I'm in. How do I get to the factory from the station?
Exit the station to Okubodori. That's K-Town proper. I'll message you the full address.
Okay, got it. Just head through Koreatown. I'll be there soon.
Mad. Bye.
Curator ends the call and I immediately receive a message with the factory's address. Seems easy enough to get to. I feel a bit nervous about going there. It's a new place and it's located in a town I don't normally travel to. But for some reason I feel energetic. I actually feel enthused about it. Maybe it's because I haven't been hidden away at home all day. I've been at work, around other people. Perhaps that helps me acclimate to the concept of going somewhere new. And the chances of someone sneaking up behind me and strangling me in broad daylight are pretty slim, I think. As I put my phone away, the train pulls up to the platform. The same train that was going to take me home will take me to Shin Okubo, the very next stop from here. I'm a little weary of how convenient this is turning out to be. Could be Kojiro is luring me into a trap, but I don't know. It seems a bit hypocritical for someone who wants to go around murdering everybody to have this weird fear of being randomly murdered. Don't you think? I think he genuinely wants to be involved with Corpse Girl's work. I board the train and stand by the doors, ready to disembark at the next station. And I guess with that... Ooh, factory. With that, it is time to wrap this episode up here, and the next one I guess we're going to be exploring this factory. Very nice. Yeah. It's definitely an old abandoned factory. I hope it's got a freezer. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.